In this video, I'll show you how to use the pencil tool to make custom vector lines to make up part of a vector drawing. I'm going to zoom into the stem of this middle pair just a little bit. I'm going to select my pencil tool, which is the fifth one down on the left-hand toolbar. I'm going to choose that. The shortcut is N. And if you remember using Microsoft Paint, maybe when you're younger, it's kind of similar to the pencil tool in that program, just a little bit more sophisticated. So I'm just going to click and hold and slowly and steadily go around the outside of an irregular object the best that I can, knowing that, like everything, I can add anchor points and then adjust parts of my line segment. So it doesn't need to be perfect. If you don't like hand drawing, I might suggest using the pen tool for a little bit more control. Letting this go and deselecting. A downside of the pencil tool is that it is more challenging to get closed paths. It might look like you have a closed path, but for example, if I zoom in here, I realize that this path is actually open, so I'm just going to draw a little bit more here. And while Illustrator does a nice job of kind of smoothing out this line to make it not look hand-drawn, if you rely on the pencil tool too much, in my experience, your piece looks a little bit less professional than if you use a variety of tools. I like using this tool, or leaving this tool for irregular spaces, whereas kind of more geometric spaces, spaces where I want clean, kind of curved, smooth lines, I would leave that maybe for my pen tool, or uniting two or more different shapes. So small irregular spaces, the pencil tool is okay, but you can definitely tell when someone does a drawing just with the pencil tool because you get all of these kind of goofy looking edges. And it looks a little bit more hand-drawn, whereas we want this to look digitally drawn. The last thing I want you to do before you save a copy of this practice drawing in your folder, because we will come back and use this in about a week to practice the live painting feature, I want you to take the pencil tool, take one of the pairs, it doesn't matter, just one that you have done or close to done, complete one of them before you save it in your folder, and I'm going to go around and kind of indicate areas where the pair changes value. So right now I'm kind of outlining where the pair kind of goes from a mid-tone to dark, and I want to create, again, a series of closed paths. So I started on a line, and I'm going to come down and end on a line. I'm going to let go, I'm going to zoom in a little bit. I can always manipulate those points if I want to. Bring that up, down, ending on that point. Here's an area of highlight, so I'm going to go around this. If you want, you can be a little bit more creative. You could draw a pattern, maybe create different shapes using your shape maker tool, circles, squares, whatnot. You can make a geometric pattern, but whatever you decide to do, make sure that you add some kind of detail, real or otherwise, to the center of this pair, and that your detail is made up of closed paths. There we go. Gonna show where there's dark shading. Doesn't have to be exact. I can always change it when I'm live painting too. I just kind of want to get an approximate read on this. Breaking this down further. All right, and maybe I would go hit Control plus to zoom in and really make sure that these shapes are closed. Because with the pencil tool, that is kind of one of the downfalls of it. It's nice because it's quick, easy way to make custom shapes. Kind of got to watch it though. So I'm going to zoom out here, and for the purposes of this pair right here, which is the one I'm going to save this document and use it later, I'm going to uncheck the visibility, and it looks like, deselect there, that my paths are all closed within this drawing.